in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shine of the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time travel a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I make him pigs fly, and I move mountains.
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears taking on Trey Lance and the San Francisco 49ers.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Week 1 of a new NFL season. Brandon Gaunt and Charles Davis back with you for another year from the booth. And Charles, these San Francisco 49ers last postseason, remember they were a 6th seed, came within 1/4 of getting to the Super Bowl. Quite a story, and it certainly creates a lot of optimism as they begin a new season today against Chicago.
And how about the amount of history between these two franchises? You're talking two of the oldest and proudest teams in the entire league, let alone the NFC. And how about their all-time series? It's tied at 32 wins each with 1 tie. And how about this? They've alternated wins the last 7 meetings. Should make for a nice battle.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
Justin Fields endured some literal growing pains his rookie season, taking hits and being forced to run for it behind a porous offensive line. But he also had moments where he showed his upside as a franchise quarterback. He did win 2 of his first 3 starts and had a 100-yard rushing game against San Francisco in Week 8. Several offseason changes in Chicago should help get Fields some help in year 2.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll try and run right on the option. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block, or you can do this. A little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down.
I think every player in the NFL would want to come back from injury, as Nick Bosa did last season. 15.5 sacks, 4th in the NFL, after playing in only 2 games the prior season due to a knee injury.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, Mooney, what a catch. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Season, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And here is Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the 2nd-year signal caller.
San Francisco opted not to throw Trey Lance into the fire right away, bringing him along slowly last season. He still drew 2 starts, though, and showed flashes of his huge dual-threat potential in both. Almost 100 yards on the ground in a tough one against Arizona, and 280 total yards in a win over Houston. They'll bring him along slowly in year 2. The keys to the car are officially his.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's Lance. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Completes it to the tight end Kittle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
On second down, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Once more with Mitchell.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Ty Davis-Price
with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Niners are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
53 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, 53 yards.
And the Bears have regained the lead.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses, also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Davis Price up the middle. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that first-round pick, that player won't be a detriment. He'll be an improvement for their team. And now as you get into the later rounds and the middle rounds of this draft, that's when your scouting comes to the front. You have to hit on those selections.
From the 29, Lance.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 29 yards, as his guys have now moved out in front.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Fields now to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Fields on target to Mooney. 1st down, Chicago.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the side.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Drake Jackson.
That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Locates Mooney on the out route. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Fields' throw going to be taken in by Cole. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. On second down, Montgomery. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Off play action, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, here's the option.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Fields. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw is Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. David Montgomery, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
From the gun, it's Lance.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Working from the gun, Lance.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
From midfield, here's Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Alexander Johnson. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
On first down, Fields.
And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble, and it gets him a first down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
The Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first half. Deshaun Watson on fire. 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Lance and company going on fourth down.
Dancing to his left.
And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left.
That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Here we go. Black, 95.
Lance now on first down.
Steps away to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Second down, here's Davis Price.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Bears it out toward the corner of the end zone.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Back to the ground here, Mitchell.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the gun on third down, Lance.
Eluding the pressure right.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And this one's not close, not even close. Short and to the right, it's no good. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back to throw. Fields. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
1st down, here's Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now Lance on the bootleg. Steps away. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Lance looking to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 20. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Fields. And down he goes
goes. The 49ers get there. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Fields. That's complete right side to Komet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Fields. Got a man open. That's Harry. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
And look at this. For the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
3rd and long. It's Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Cole. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And still just down 1 score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Right back to Mitchell here. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Try the right side with Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And now they'll throw with Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The offense on third down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 11.
Here's Lance to throw it. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Completes to Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Davis Price on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Alexander Johnson there on the stop. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it. But don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4.
Going for it, here's Davis Price.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run with Davis Price.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Ty Davis Price
making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Niners are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So now Fields and the Bears
down 21-20, 2:15 remaining. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10.
Fields on 1st down.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Samson Ebukam. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Fields.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Back to throw. Fields. Able to find Kmet.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
97.
Once again, it's Mitchell.
And
across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners will add to their fourth quarter lead. Gold to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
So the focus now shifts to the Bears. Trailing in this one now. 1:24 to go. They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well.
All eyes on Fields.
That's caught by Montgomery. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's Fields.
Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He's back to throw.
And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the 49ers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.